Yeah, Kira, she just, she's been there since we opened.
Yeah.
And basically, her and like Heidi that have been there forever, they don't even take new clients, they're so established.
Wow.
But she did one of her clients' daughter's hair the other day, and she called when it was done. She'd been crying and stuff. She's like, I shouldn't have done it. I knew better, and I did it. And after 4 hours, I just quit and said, I'm going to have to send you to someone else. She's like, will you do it?
Oh, my gosh.
She's like, I charged her, and then I refunded her money. And I just felt so bad for her, but I thought, it's kind of like that, some of these older generations, you start messing with new things, and new stuff comes out. And in fact, yesterday, they booked me two, do you remember Lindsay, Olsen, Lindsay? She one of her receptionists.
Maybe.
Anyway, she'd left for a while, and then she came back, and but she booked me like two styles. So I'm like, they were just like shampoo and style, and I'm like,
I hope
that's not I was hoping that, not that I was hoping. And she booked me like 30 minutes. I'm like, well, it's not even curling iron work. 'Cause I ain't even good at the curling iron.
I finally got good at it.
Did you finally?
I made myself. I pulled one of our stylists aside, said, you got to teach me that shit.
No, I decided not to because it's like that's what they both were.
Yeah.
Curling?
I can't believe she booked that with me. I can't even work at curling iron. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't even do...
I burned a lady.
No one does...
I burned a lady.
No one does it? Or...
When I was in beauty school, I burned a lady's ear, both of her ears.
Dude, that happened to me too. Really?
That was my first
thing.
I am done with this.
The first client I had on the service floor was like a 90-degree layer Farrah Fawcett looking do, and then she wanted it all thermal set, and I burned her 3 times. I was just traumatized.
Yeah, traumatized me too.
Yeah, when you left the academy, you just threw your freaking...
Yeah. Well, everyone would line up when you'd graduate. Like they'd announce it over the intercom. It might be 2:12 in the afternoon when your 2,000 hours was up.
Yeah.
And everyone would get in the line real quick. And they knew it was coming that day.
Yeah.
So they knew, but that way they didn't break away from their clients too long. They just stood in the line, either gave you a little hug, a little gag gift or something. And, so of course I was showing off. I had a garbage can right there by me with my curling irons. I threw them in as everyone was lined up.
Yeah.
Threw them in the garbage can on my way out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was the dummy.
He showed me a pretty dope mullet he did yesterday.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Really? You know what's interesting though? I really kind of came up and was really kind of honed in on the Tony and Guy way of cutting. Dude, my cutting's completely changed now. I still do a lot of texturizing, but I've really kind of evolved into a whole different kind of hair cutter. It's
really?
Weird. It's kind of weird, yeah.
It's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Because you used to do all those like those crazy fashion mullet hawks.
Yeah.
I mean, you did some pretty cool stuff back in the day. It's like you didn't see that stuff walking around. It's like, that's cool. That's like a unique individual. No one's going to have that cut.
Yeah.
No one's going to be rocking that thing.
No one's going to want that cut.
No, they were. I thought they were cool, but
they were cool, but
They might not be daring enough to do. Only certain people would, right? Rock the cut.
Right.
They were definitely progressive, though. They were cool, man.
So,
yeah.
How are the levels?
Levels are good. The Cult, episode 18.
Episode 18.
Welcome, D-Train.
Cool.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi from the corner.
Av's
Hi,
here.
guys. Bye, guys. Back to work, guys.
Today is The Cult.
The Cult. That's my favorite band.
That's your second. Remember Night Rangers first.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
we did Night Ranger yesterday.
Yeah, I think I caught the link to it, and I wanted to know who it was. So I started into it, but I haven't listened to it.
Like, it was funny because, I don't think I owned any Night Ranger until, maybe high school. I went back and bought Dawn Patrol.
Uh-huh.
In fact, it was probably after high school. So I was listening to some on the drive down. They fucking had some riffs.
And they had some songs. They could write some songs. Yeah. Great guitar players. And singing drummer. Yeah. Singing bass player. Songwriters. They had the whole thing.
Yeah, they were good.
2 lead vocalists. Dueling lead guitars.
Yeah. Just the whole,
I remember before I moved to L.A., I came down for a summer camp at BYU for a football kicking camp, and they were playing some outdoor.
West, right?
Yeah, is that what it was? It was outdoor.
I remember you went to it.
Yeah,
you mentioned this yesterday.
Mike Dunn.
Oh, okay.
And Uncle Greg let me take his pickup for something that he wouldn't let anyone drive. Mike was telling me this story 2 years ago, and I was like, "What?" I didn't remember most of it, but
were they opening or headlining?
They were headlining.
Oh, they were. Okay.
Killer. Yeah.
Do you remember who opened?
I don't. I'll bet you Mike did. Boy, he had all the details.
Yeah.
Sharp memory. I'm like, wow. You're not even that young, much younger than me. He had it down. But I'm surprised Uncle Greg let me take this prized brand new pickup truck.
That's cool.
Anyway.
Old Park West.
There's my little Night Ranger thing. Yeah, it was like a amphitheater of some sort, kind of, or it was outside on the hill, kind of.
Yeah.
Is it still? Right? They still?
No.
Was that gone?
Yeah, it's been gone.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I feel like I had seen a show in a setting like that in Park. I don't know what it was called though, because this would have been 93 or 4 probably, and it was the bill was Metallica, Alice in Chains, and Suicidal Tendencies. So I bought tickets.
Really?
Wow.
And then Alice in Chains pulled off the tour because Lane was a mess, and they replaced him with Candlebox.
Oh.
I didn't mind Candlebox, but I was like just bummed. I was going to see Alice. Really.
Yeah.
And Suicidal. I didn't mind them, but it was not to
Did you guys see Alice with the original?
I did.
I did.
Lollapalooza 3.
Cool.
So
Monsters of Rock, I think, for me. Okay. It had Slayer and Megadeth. Anthrax?
Oh, that was the Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, and then Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Opened.
Wow.
Yeah, when they first broke, I think. I don't think Dirt was out.
Yeah, which was funny. I think I don't remember which order they went, but Alice in Chains went from one tour to the other. Van Halen to Clash of the Titans, or vice versa.
Yeah,
that's when I saw him was with Van Halen at the Orange County Amphitheater.
Okay, yeah,
and it was so weird because Alice in Chains opens up, and then it was like Sammy Hagar, that real anthem rock. Everyone's singing and chanting every word. It was the weirdest.
Ballads.
Yeah,
I think I may have even brought that up on a previous podcast.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest probably combo I'd ever seen.
Yeah,
Weird.
So.
Wow.
The Red Rocker and the Yellow Rooster together on the same bill. Yeah, they were a good band though. A lot of guys picked them out, or maybe it was their management that stuck them on those. But whatever it was, they got out there. They were doing some shows.
Yeah.
Definitely cool. When was the first time you guys saw the Cult?
Mine would have been about.
I don't think they came around here for Love or Electric that I can remember.
I would say it was probably 91, maybe.
What, really?
92? Yeah.
Sonic Temple?
No, I think it was Ceremony.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay, because
91, that came out in 91.
You might have to help me. I saw him at the Long Beach Arena because we had backstage passes because Guns N' Roses opened for him. And that would have been like the fall of 88?
Sonic Temple?
Yeah.
Or was that Electric? Because Sonic Temple came out in 89, I think.
Maybe. Because either would have been fall of 88 or it would have. I mean, I'd have to look at that because I don't.
Yeah.
It may have been into 89. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was right around in there. It was when Guns N' Roses, went out with Colton, when they finally were
wound up stealing Sorum.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original guy just didn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, wait, no. When they toured with them on Electric, right?
Yeah.
Sorum?
No, I'm talking
Guns N' Roses.
Gotcha.
It was Electric.
Yeah,
It was Electric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because they didn't have Sorum yet. They saw
after
Sorum
that.
later when they booted Adler and went out to see the Cult, and they're like, "Who's that strummer?" You know.
Our new one.
I'll take Guns N' Roses. Sorry, guys. No offense. You're a great band. I'll be back. Doesn't he circle back?
He does, yeah.
So,
Yeah, he did.
So he got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I remember I was working at Sundance one year, and he was out in the middle Main Street talking to somebody. I was working with some kid, and we were sitting down the side, and Sorum was out there, and he goes, "Look, man, check it out. It's CC DeVille."
The kid said that?
Yeah, to me. And I
Did Sorum hear it? I hope he heard it.
well, you know Sorum's voice, right?
Yeah.
It's really high, like it's CC DeVille. You know what I mean?
It
So I
is
kind of went, well, like maybe it is, even though I knew it wasn't.
Hey, was that
kids'
the year?
feeling.
Was that the year that Sorum smashed a drum set of Beats?
No,
Okay.
no, because he kept saying, "Are you guys still mad at me?" You know, because he knew
No, we're not.
he fucked up the drums, so he was wondering if
Say
he's
no,
still
little girl,
pissed.
we're not.
I don't know. It's funny though. He seems like a cool guy. I don't,
Yeah.
I've never met him before. So
I watched a lot of his interviews and stuff on YouTube and some of their stories, and
yeah,
he cracks.
I
me
feel
up.
like he kind of got the bum deal when GNR kind of were putting it back together and they didn't bring Sorum back.
yeah.
You know, I thought, well, I don't know.
Who did they get anyway?
Frank Ferrer. He
Nikki Sixx?
no close.
Okay.
No, he I actually saw Frank Ferrer. He was because who's the other guitar player in GNR now? Richard Fortas.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I saw them playing. They were in Psychedelic Furs back in 2001.
Yeah.
They were like not the original guys, but they were like touring members of Psychedelic Furs. Yeah, in 2001 I saw them in Boise. So
That's cool.
Frank Ferrer, I'll go a little deeper on you.
Okay.
He was in a band called The Beautiful, and I have an EP and a full length from them, probably 90, 91-ish.
No, I don't think I've ever
trio.
heard it.
They were kind of Jane's Addiction-y.
Pretty cool, I bet.
I liked it. Yeah.
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been around.
That's
Wow.
cool. Yeah, the Guns, man. In and out of guys, right? How long was Ashbaugh in there? He came in, right?
Yeah.
Did he play on Chinese Democracy?
No, he came in after that. I think
was
I think the
Fortas
guitarists on Chinese Democracy were who's the guy who was in Nine Inch Nails?
Robin
Fink.
Fink.
Yeah,
Fink,
Robin
something
Fink, Buckethead, and Bumblefoot.
that sounds right.
Clusterfuck? Who?
Say what?
Yeah. One of those names, right?
Yeah.
Some character from the cartoons.
Yeah. So
Rock star names. Could have found something a little tougher than that, though, right?
Yeah.
Buckethead and Bumblefoot.
Yeah.
This is massive.
Especially after Slash.
Dingus
Izzy.
Khan.
Dingus Khan.
Anyway, getting back to the Colt.
Yeah.
It's all related.
And no Colt
It's
yet.
all related.
No, I think I was 9th or 10th grade, and Matt Crumley got Electric. It's like, check these guys out. I loved it.
Yeah. That album was circulating
Went back a
everywhere.
little bit,
Everybody loved it.
Got into Love later
Yeah.
on. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that band. I forget like which songs were on which albums.
Yeah.
Such a distinct tone between Love and then
Electric.
and then Sonic Temple, except for what's the sessions you have that because they mixed
They were
it.
called the P. Well, they recorded what would become Electric with that same producer who did Love, Steve
and it
Brown.
sounded like Love.
Same characteristics, just that really reverby.
Yeah.
And then they scrapped it and re-recorded it with Rick Rubin, and it was just
Dry and just rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, they released the Peace Love, Electric Peace record. And it's got both versions, both records.
Great idea.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
a great idea.
That'd be
A, B
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I like the reverby shit better. I mean, I love Electric.
But that's the one you worn out. So
Well,
now you-
and that's what brought me in, and that's what I was listening to at the time was rock, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the more delay and more reverb, fucking better.
Yeah, so was it Love that had Rain on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love that album.
Yeah, that's-
She Sells Sanctuary.
definitely a high one.
Yeah, okay.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, and then Electric came out after that, right? Was Electric next after
Yep.
Love?
Then Electric. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm telling you, my chronology of things. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
And then
So-
Sonic Temple, Bob Rock, right? Arena Rock.
Stadium
Huge
record, right?
stadium rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was-
Largest sound.
that
It's a good
was
record. Had some
That
great
is a
stuff
record.
on there, man.
Great
Yeah.
record. Yeah.
So, kind of first time we saw him. I mean, how many times have you guys seen him? I've seen
16.
16.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I knew Ren had seen him a lot. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they were one of those bands I loved, but I didn't really recognize them as my favorite band until like later.
Oh, okay.
Because was always listening to their shit.
And then you just went,
Anytime
hey,
they come somewhere close, it's like I'm gonna go see them. Even though they've not always been great live, mainly Ian. But I will say this:
curmudgeon.
he's gotten a lot better. And yes, curmudgeon, you could sense it. But I think he's kind of at peace with. Because think about it, he's tried to do other things,
man.
solo record, and nothing's happened with those. So I think he's kind of realized this is it.
Yeah, and then you think, well, the amount of content and the years they put into it and the great songs and the money, and it's just like they should be higher than they are, and they're not. I mean, they are.
Yeah.
They're a legacy and they're a cult band.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Right.
16.
they should be up there with Guns N' Roses and now, which they are,
I
but I don't
agree.
think they have the money. that they
Well,
did.
yeah, or the sales.
The sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We saw him in Vegas one time with Bill Shaw and John.
Yeah.
John almost
Yeah,
got a
that
fight
would've
at that
been, the
convenience store.
Born Into This.
Was that you were there? You were there
Yeah.
at that? Okay.
Yeah.
Born Into This, was that back to Bob Rock? Oh, no,
I
no,
think
no.
it was,
Oh, it was?
but I'm not positive.
Yeah, because Beyond Good and Evil, right? That was back
Right.
to Bob Rock.
That was when they reformed Beyond Good and Evil.
Okay.
Because they'd broken up after that self-titled record that came out in 94.
Yeah.
I saw him on that tour at Salt Palace.
It says Youth produced this from Killing Joke.
Okay.
Produced Born Into This. That's what it says.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's cool.
Did Bob Rock produce the self-titled? I think he did.
Didn't Youth play in Killing Joke? I swear he did. What did you say, the self-titled one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because I know they had Bob Rock for Sonic Temple and then again for Ceremony.
Yep. Yep.
But they really changed their sound on the self-titled one.
Yeah.
Not very guitar-driven.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think I remember a couple of good tunes on Ceremony, but not the whole thing I listened to. And this one came out, I didn't never, and then I never after that. So, not familiar with their later stuff. I should probably dive into that at some point.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah. I remember when they reformed, because you remember when that debut Buck Cherry record came out? It was 99, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so apparently
Okay.
Sorum went to Billy and said, hey, man, the Rock's making a comeback. We should get the Cult back together. And so they did. They toured before they did that record because I saw him here in Salt Lake at Kingsbury Hall.
Oh,
And during the last song, people rushed the stage. Yeah, it was a great show.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
I think I've only seen him once
Yeah.
with you.
Well, you've backlined him, haven't you?
We did him at Sundance, but it was Wally and Chris that did the show.
Oh, okay. And is that when Ian broke his leg?
That his leg was
Ian?
broken. He was
played a
not.
show with a freshly broken leg.
He was not in a good mood, dude.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I remember. I don't know if it was that show or another time, but
Duffy, super cool guy. Played one of the chambered Les Pauls we had. It's like the thing I wanted to buy it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, super cool dude.
I remember. I feel like you guys were backlining him one time or something, and you're like, "Come down for this show. Well, we can watch from the side of the stage." This is when I was already living in Boise, and I'm like, I was gonna have to like cancel a couple of days of clients, and I was like, anyway, I didn't end up doing it, but
Yeah, you might be right. I might be foggy on the.
yeah.
It sounds like we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Who did we see at Great Salt Lake that had
It was the Black Rider.
Black Rider? They opened
Cult.
for the Cult.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
well, because Ian married that chick from the Black Rider.
right.
Yeah.
But didn't we get that record and then they were coming and it was like, oh, 2 and 1?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's the only time
I
saw
think
the
I
Cult,
bought that
dude.
record, but my vinyl at the show.
Did you?
Yeah. 'Cause I remember we checked because there was something special about.
Oh, there
that.
was supposedly a color version out there.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out what it like.
Willy
was yours
Wonka's
called?
Golden Ticket. You know,
Yeah.
we're going through the records.
Just that whole the dork chase. You know what I mean?
Didn't find it.
Nope. I don't think there ever were. I think that was the final conclusion. They were all just on black vinyl. And no. Goose Chase, I believe they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I saw him on. Then they did Beyond Good and Evil in 2001. I caught that tour at the what's the venue in West Valley?
E Center, Maverick Center.
It was the E Center at the time.
Yeah.
Big show. I mean, that was probably it was about as big as I saw him on the Ceremony tour.
Wow.
And then after that, it was like back to clubs, or not clubs, but like theaters, right? So
Because they were on the rise, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Ceremony would have been right at the time when everything kind of changed, right?
Yeah, because that was the 91 release. I think.
The Cult they did get lumped into that music that got,
But here's the thing.
But they weren't really like
They
that.
weren't, because all the new wave crowd still liked the Cult.
Yeah, I mean, they could have played
They
with
were
any of
kinda-
the grunge bands.
I think it was one of
not
those
that much
things. They
difference.
didn't have like a firm enough identity in either camp that they couldn't become.
That's a good point, yes.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That is
but
a
everybody
good point.
I know likes them.
What's not
Yeah.
to like?
Yeah. So
It's an odd thing to not
Great,
be
yeah.
the size of U2 when everybody likes them. But
yeah,
they're just...
So, yeah, I'd seen Then we went, and it was probably about 2005. We saw them in Vegas.
Hard Rock Hotel, right?
Yeah, the Joint.
The John, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Man, I can't remember any of those things. I just remember. And I remember in the show, didn't John Shaw get shoved by someone? They about got in a fight inside the show. Then we were walking back to our place, and some drunk ass dudes wanted to fight us at like a convenience store.
Yeah, and I was about to go. I remember you're like, "Don't do it, man."
I'm like,
I'm
no,
not
let's
fucking
just walk
starting to-
away. Let's go away. Yeah.
I just thought one fucking punch, that dude's gonna be out.
Well, he was being an ass, and you were. I could just see it coming. I could see you. You were so close, and I'm like, dude, no, let's just leave it alone. I mean, there was only like what, 2 or 3 of them,
and there was two of them, and there was like 6 of us.
I know, so
my
it wasn't
God.
like it was not smart on their behalf, but I'm like.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Back to my mind, okay, Ren's going to jail. I don't know, who knows what's all going to happen. So I was just,
Assault and battery? What are we going to do?
And John started getting a little uptight with him, too.
Yeah.
So I was mostly worried about you, but then I could see John was like, I thought he was about ready to punch him, too. And I'm like, oh, no. They were just being mouthy.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was all about.
Well, the one
Us
dude kind of
being
did.
tourists or
The
something.
one dude was doing some little fucking thing, came kind of trying to run into me. So I just kind of fucking shoved him aside. Remember?
Yeah.
Are we doing something here?
One dance?
I don't like to fight, but I'll break my knuckles on your face. Because that's probably what would have happened. I wouldn't have closed my fist tight enough or something and put myself out of work for 6 weeks. My luck.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I don't know if that was worth it.
But yeah,
That was a weird.
that was born into this. Anyway, which that was an okay record. I think there were only about 3 or 4 songs I really liked, but
Yeah, I'd have to look at them all again, especially some of the later stuff, and because I mean, you had all of them, and I remember probably listening to them through you or some of the.
yeah.
They've had the nucleus, right? Although that early drummer, what was his name that played on the early stuff?
Well, they went through a couple drummers. Like, they had a different drummer pretty much every record.
From Love to Electric to...
Yeah, because what happened on Love is they had the guy who had played on... well, I always forget the name of that first record.
Dreamtime.
Dreamtime. I always want to call it Horse Nation, but that's the song. And he had some drug issues, so they were getting ready to record Love. He came in and recorded She Sells Sanctuary, but he was having some issues, so they booted him out and had the drummer from Big Country, finish the record, but then play for the video She Sells Sanctuaries.
Okay.
So that's a Big Country dude in that video?
Yeah.
All right.
He says, we'll just put a leather jacket on him and it'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then they had Les Warner on Electric. And then they kicked him out after that tour. And they had Bryan Adams' drummer, Mickey Curry.
Okay.
He did both
name.
Sonic Temple and Ceremony.
All
And
right.
frankly, those Sonic Temple, to me, that's the best drum performance
Yeah.
on any of their records.
Wow.
And I love John Tempesta, the guy who's been with them since born into this. But early on, they just were going through drummers.
Billy Duffy.
Very Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I love Billy Duffy.
It's tough, though, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's tough to get a chemistry together, especially when, you're on that level of getting out there. You want it to be a good product.
I think back to Electric, and I feel like that record had a big influence on how I play drums, right? So I just thought, I'd like to meet Les Warner someday. Well, when Daniel and I went to Psycho Las Vegas, it's probably about 4 years ago now. It's this metal festival in Vegas, and I checked to see who was playing Vamped, that rock club in Vegas, and Faster Pussycat and Beautiful Creatures were playing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, I'm cutting out of here Saturday, and I'm going to that show. So I go alone, and my Uber drops me off. I walk in, and there's a band, and it's a local Vegas band playing, and they all kind of look like seasoned rock people, And anyway, I'm looking at the drummer going, that looks like an old Les Warner. Still had the pompadour.
Oh, wow.
And he's playing, and it's even that style. I'm like, that's just... Anyway, she announces the band. It's Les Warner on drums.
Like, oh, my God.
Like, well, I finally got to see him live,
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then he was out on the patio when I was too, and I almost said something to him, but I thought, I'm not going to be that guy. Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
So
Because if you do open up that dialogue, then you'll ask him some cold question that's going to get you a shitty answer you don't want to hear. That's what happens usually. You'll go, "Fuck,
Yeah.
shouldn't have said anything."
Right. So
So it's a good thing to just
yeah.
leave it over there.
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you followed him close enough, but in probably around that time we saw him live, 2010. They weren't doing albums. They had this idea to do capsules, and they'd do like 2 studio songs, a couple live songs, and then they'd make a short film.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Well, they did that.
Okay.
Because they never like released any physical copy for it. It was all digital. And I was kind of bitching about it on some forum. Like, I wish they would do the capsules on vinyl. Someone's like, "Oh, it's the second record in the Weapon of Choice is the capsules."
Oh,
Yeah.
so all of the capsules they did is
Well, just the studio songs. They didn't do any of the live stuff. But yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Did you get that record?
I did.
You did? Was it expensive?
No.
I bet it is now. Weapon of choice?
Weapon of Choice, yeah.
Is that the newer one or
No, they had their latest one was Hinterland
choice of weapon? Right?
or Choice of Weapon. Yeah.
Oh, the capsules weapon of choice.
Well, it's on.
Or it just
It
says
was
different
included
things
with
there.
that vinyl release.
What was the new one you said?
Hinterland,
Hinterland.
which was not good.
Yeah.
I tried, man.
I've been
You gave him the benefit of the doubt.
I went through it several times, and I'm just like,
They do challenge you. I have noticed that for the last years. They'll
Yeah.
put the challenge to you. Like,
yeah.
you coming in? You'll be like,
I'm like, where are the hooks?
what do you got,
The hooks will
guys?
pull
What do
me
you
in.
got? Like, well, we are the cold.
But they're working on
I
a new
know.
record now. I just read that this morning. Yeah, so hopefully it's good.
Yeah, man.
I want to like it. So
What were they producing that themselves the last few or? Not sure. $25.
I feel
Not bad.
like Choice of Weapon. I feel like they used Chris Goss on one of them.
That sounds familiar. That name.
Cliff Clavin and Rock Knowledge over here.
Someone's got to have it.
Yeah.
So
It's important shit, you know.
Chris Goss, huh?
yeah, I can never monetize it, but yeah,
Darn it.
I've got it. So
That kind of sucks, huh?
You're right, dude. Chris Goss. Tony
right.
Richards.
Tony Richards. That's like the
that'll forever be the punchline.
tie-in forever. Tony Richards.
Goon Moon. He played in Goon Man. Masters of Reality. Remember that old band?
Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age? Desert?
Didn't he produce them? I don't think he played in them. Did
It says in groups. Whether this is right or not, I have no idea. He might be right.
he? Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Chris Goss.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of times to see him. I was 16. Wow.
Yeah.
I knew you'd seen him a lot, but I had no idea.
Because I shot down here a few times, like in the past 5 or 6 years. And I'm trying to drag Todd out. Hey, meet me at the show.
Yeah, I don't think I went to
I'll buy a
that
ticket at the
last
door.
one.
Last minute. I'm out.
I was like,
So I ran into Brett Kinghorn twice, seeing him.
Did he go? Oh, so he
Oh, he loves the Colt. Yeah.
interesting because we talk and I talked to him about music, and it's like they love Alice in Chains. I went with Alan
Yeah.
and Brad and saw Alice in Chains
Right.
a couple years ago here.
Okay.
Somewhere downtown. I don't know
The Depot.
Yeah. There you go.
Because that's where the Colt played the last few times I saw him here.
Yeah, it was
And
cool.
I ran into Brett both times.
Yeah,
but
we had a good time.
Yeah. The last time I saw him was in Grand Rapids. Right as I was pulling out of there.
you
Really?
got
Yeah.
a show and then see you.
Show.
I'm out.
Yeah. So
Gotta have some fond memories, right?
yeah, Steph went
every
with,
place. you
Steph
go.
actually went with me to that one. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now those guys never really did. They have any side bands? Oh, you got a vinyl from was it Billy Duffy?
Color Sound.
Color
Yeah.
Sound. Now that was with another. guy.
Mike Peters from The Alarm.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, kind of had a. What year was that? Do you remember? 99.
Yeah.
Did what?
Sounds like I've done my homework, right? Researched everything before. Big show today. We got the
somebody
Colt.
did.
Actually, it's just all.
Yeah, Brent's like throws his papers. Yeah,
I won't be needing the notes. Thank you. I said good day.
show notes. Get those out of here. So Color Sound, tell us about it. What did you think of it?
Well, you remember I had you send me the files?
Yeah.
Because I could never find it.
And I think I did listen to it, but I don't remember.
I listened to it, and I'm like, it's definitely Billy Duffy, but I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. But I had ordered they did a reissue of the vinyl. Mm-hmm. So I ordered it, and it's actually grown on me.
I think you put me on a thread, like a text thread or something, and I didn't know that the other dude on the thread had bought it too, and I shit on it or something like that. I said something, you know what I mean? And then I realized that the other dude, he goes,
Classic win.
He goes, I didn't think it was that bad. I go, oh, sorry, dude. I didn't know you had got it too, you know? Always.
You know what? They
shit.
just, during this whole pandemic, they did another record, Color Sound. So someone had shared, here's the link to pre-order it online. So I'm like, I'll grab one of those. 79 pounds. What did that come out to? That's
a heavy record. Oh, you mean price?
Sterling.
I'm like,
mate.
I don't know where the exchange rate's at right now, but that's like fucking $60 for a record.
It's usually like $1. It's another 50 cents on ours, right? So our dollar, it's $1.50 to their pound.
So we're looking at like a $50
or
record?
$1.60. It varies, comes up and down.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Plus then the shipping on top, which will be 25 to 30
That's expensive.
bucks.
So I didn't do it.
But wow, that's really expensive, and it's just a single record.
Album, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, dude, you should have seen the thread. People bitching about it.
I bet.
Are you fucking kidding me? Which
That's steep.
I realize you want to recoup your investment, but man,
You don't got to do it off 5 guys.
Yeah, we all got the flats we got to pay for. That's not on us, man.
yeah.
You know,
So
they should have done. A lot of people do pre-orders to kind of just see how much they can sell,
Yeah.
and then they'll, you know,
yeah. Maybe they didn't get many sales. 4 guys signed up for it.
How'd that Color Sound do? Did it sell a lot? You know, did it sell out?
I don't think the reissue.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would guess it sold out. I don't think they did a big run, but I don't know.
okay.
Oh, I didn't know this. Someone had shared something on Facebook I saw a while back. It was about the time of Beyond Good and Evil. It was a Sammy Hagar tune with Michael Anthony, Billy Duffy, and Matt Sorum.
Really?
And it sounds like a rehashed Electric riff, like something from Electric.
Van Hagar and the Cult together at last?
Yeah, dude. We'll have to Google that after this. Watch the video. I mean, it's...
Not bad. On paper, it doesn't sound great.
Sounds weird.
You know how I feel about Hagar.
Yeah.
I love him as a human, but I'm just not into his music.
Yeah, and even some of his solo stuff I'm cool with. Because he's a jackass. But the Halen stuff, oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll check it out.
We'll check it out, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know that. I had
no idea either. And I cut this dude's hair the other night, and we got to talking music, and he started talking. This guy did a lot of web stuff for Van Halen for years, and he's the one who brought that up and kind of made me remember that. Billy Duffy and Matt Sorum did some tunes with Sammy.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'd like to check that out.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's wild, man. I
Yeah.
had no idea. Those guys are all probably know each other and they're around. Hey, let's just try it. Man.
Yeah.
You know?
when I went to see them a few years ago, it was in Pocatello. It was the Cult, Stone Temple Pilots, Bush. It's like some triple...
With Weiland?
No, Weiland's already dead. It was...
Oh, it was the
some
other dude.
Yeah. So me and Steve and Dan were going, right?
Yeah.
And that was about the time Daniel's grandchild was to be born. And sure enough, his daughter went into labor that morning. So he's like, I'm out. So
You had to leave?
Steve and I went, and Pocatello. It was a weird venue. It was an outdoor thing. It felt like right in the middle of this residential area.
Baseball park?
Close, but it was a really nice. It was a nice venue, but it was weird. But it's like they don't ever come to Boise.
Yeah. They seem too big for that. But hey, I mean, as long as somebody ponies up, they'll go wherever they'll go, you know?
Sure. I've always wondered that, though.
And then the writer and the productions, everything's there. They'll do it, right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
So a pretty good show.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we got there, and we didn't know what the lineup, because apparently the 3 big bands, they would rotate the order they played in.
Oh, they were probably trucking their gear anyway.
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
just like, please don't be the last band tonight, right? So Steve and I get there, and the opening act is playing. Bones UK, do you know them?
Bones?
Yeah. It's a couple of girls, a singer, and then one plays guitar, and then they're playing to some tracks, and they had a drummer. Kind of cool. They played, and then Bush was on first. Yeah, and I kind of loathe.
I never really
Bush.
could do anything with
So we
that.
kind of suffered through that set, and then the Cult came on, so it's okay. We survived it. Then I'm like, Steve, I'm like, do you want to see STP? And he goes, no. I'm like, okay, let's go then. I didn't either.
Yeah, that Weiland.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really STP.
Yeah. Because I
The brothers are too. No doubt about it. Not to
Sure.
take anything away, but you
Sure.
got to have the other guy in there.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's like Kiss without Paul. You know what I mean? I mean, who else could you put
Who's
in there?
filling in? Liza Minnelli?
Jennifer Aniston. Bleached her hair. No, I'm sorry, dyed it black.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't have done Stown either.
Yeah. Because I'd seen them back in their heyday. I think on the second record.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. An outdoors thing near downtown. It was them. The Meat Puppets. Jawbox.
Okay.
So,
I remember those two alt bands,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. I liked some of Jawbox. I didn't care for...
I know the names. I don't
Yeah.
remember hearing their
Okay.
music. I don't. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of shows, man.
Yeah, you have. Jeez.
How many CDs?
Between 3,000 and 4,000.
You know, you've done a lot of research. For years.
Yeah. Got my PhD. And nobody's hiring.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meat Puppets. I don't know. What was the name again? Meat Puppets. I remember that.
I remember them, but not the other ones. Just
Jawbox, I remember.
Yeah. Jawas.
Jawas. No, they were good.
That would have been a good show.
Yeah. But Ian, he also did some solo stuff, didn't he? Or did he? No, he had a band.
He had both. He did Holy Barbarians.
Okay, that's the
which
name.
was
I
probably
remember.
95, which he used the bassist and the drummer that they had in the Cult at the time on that self-titled record.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Just no Duffy.
No Duffy. And you know what? There's no fucking songs there.
Oh no.
I tried to like it. Right? And then he did, a few years later, he did a solo record. No songs. And he's done some one-offs, like he did a Slash song and a Tony Iommi tune.
Did he do something with the Doors?
I was going to say that.
Doors, that's
Doors
right.
for a minute, right?
Yeah. It didn't
couldn't
go
get
too
behind
well.
that.
I don't think
Yeah,
it went too
yeah.
well, did it? I forgot he did BXI with Boris from Japan.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's done some cool
I think that was pretty decent, actually.
collaborations, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Boris is pretty cool.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was talking about that Pocatello show. Dan has always wanted to see him, right? Never seen him.
Colt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wound up buying him that 30th anniversary Sonic Temple box set. Mm-hmm. And that comes with like a live record, Live at the Marquee. It's got an updated version of Sonic Temple, and it's got like a cassette of the demos they recorded with Eric Singer on drums. Right?
I think you told me that, but it took me a surprise.
Yeah.
I didn't forgot that totally.
Yeah. So I bought...
Oh, no. Let's see. Was he on that record?
Which one?
Heaven's on Fire? Eric Singer? Wasn't he the drummer of Kiss?
Oh, yeah, but that was like Revenge.
Oh,
And
okay,
now-
he was later.
And now, yeah.
That was the other dude.
Eric Carr.
Eric
I thought you were
Carr.
singing "Tears Are Falling."
I was.
Oh, I need-
Heaven's on Fire.
I needed to see the dance
Tears
moves.
are dying.
I needed to see
Tears are dying.
Tears are dying.
I needed to see the dance moves to recognize the song.
That's
so.
right.
But anyway, Daniel, so he's never seen him live, and so I got him that, and so he texts me later and goes, so I just listened to the live record. And I'm like, yeah? And he goes, I'm surprised they put that out. Have you listened to Ian? I said, oh yeah, he's been a little inconsistent in his shows,
Kelly
which I'm
Keegan.
surprised they didn't fix it before they released it, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's
It's pretty rough.
It's like it's wrong, mate. Put it out. I don't give a fuck.
yeah. So,
Doing some Kiggy. Sound Sentimental Street. Remember that?
It's, you
Yesterday.
can't. You're not hitting the bum notes. though.
No? Closer.
It's hard to do, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to do it that bad.
Hard to sing it that shitty.
Yeah.
Gillis did that in the middle of the set. They were trying to all do the harmonies. He was,
Oh, was
threw
it
his ears,
was it
dude.
Gillis who threw it?
Yeah, it was
Oh, no,
Gillis.
I thought when you said that, I thought it was Kagi.
No,
So
I
it
think
sounded
the
like a
Kagi was
move.
flat all night. From what I could tell each time.
No, they were flat, Todd. He wasn't.
Yeah, my bad. My
The rest of the guys
my
were flat.
error. Yeah. But I just remember Gillis like this smiling. He goes,
Still kind of keeping the grin going.
just like, well, it's a show. Must go on. The flat boy over there.
The Flat Boys.
He'd heard enough, huh? Can you give me more Kagi in my in-ears? God damn it. What was I thinking?
He should just looked at this monitor guy, pointed at him, and went down all the way. You know,
Oh, man.
some good
Dude,
stuff.
you should hear some of his backline stories, dude. You got to tell the one about you and Perez at that country show when you guys were switching out an amp.
Yeah, it was at Maverick Center.
Okay, yeah, big show.
It was the
Okay.
two dudes that were in the American Idol. Do you remember the two tall twin guys? They were brothers, and they both play guitar and
Never
sang.
watched it, so
I just know it because we worked it.
yeah.
Yeah. I watched some of the early seasons and that.
So they put together some band. They were running around the stage, looking at the monitor guy in the ears, you know what I mean? Just doing whatever, getting used to it. And they had AC30s and all these other amps, but a lot of times, instead of having so much stage volume with the amps on the stage, you take them off the stage and then mic them behind so they shoot somewhere else. Then you get the stage volume and the ears without having so much,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I was sitting there and their manager comes like, yeah, there's something going on with that amp. I'm like, oh,
This is
really?
mid-show, right?
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Mid-show.
Mid-show, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we go, oh, really? Wants to do something? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Hold on. He goes back over there. The guys are running around mid-show, Then he comes back and goes, yeah, we need to try out that amp. It's something wrong. We go, okay. So me and him go back behind the stage. There's no one back there. All the gear. Crowd's out here. And I push the other amp up. So this one's here. And usually what we like to do is push one amp up and then you match the settings on the new amp, right? Get it plugged in, turn it on. So when we go standby, we can flip it over, right?
Okay.
And Perez goes, well, I'm just gonna yank out the input, right? Shove it in the next. I go, dude.
Because there was like a break in the song, right? Or something, a pause.
Well, no, they were still going. They were
they're still
going.
going. Oh.
And we were like, I go, well, we could wait for the break in the song, or nobody's going to notice. Just hit standby. You know what I mean? Because that's what you do. Standby. Then it cuts the signal. Pull that out. Put it in this one. Hit the standby on. Brings it signal. Right.
Right.
So he was like, nah. And so he just grabs it like this, and so it goes over the overhead PA, dude. And you hear the audience just gasp, dude. Oh, collective gasp. And we looked at each other. I go, let's get out of here. You know what I mean? So and you know the whole audience, they look at the front of house guy, the sound guy, like, what did you do? He's back there going,
I didn't touch
what
anything.
that was. So we all of a sudden we were like this. Back beside the side of the stage.
Really need video for this.
We do. It's too good, man.
So they can see the skit.
But no one said anything.
Yeah.
No one said anything. But man, it was loud. The whole full line array PA. Does he have effects on there and shit? So the delay carries it.
Right.
Fucking the gasp. I'll never forget the gasp. It's great.
Oh,
See, I would hear
man.
stories like that, and I'm like, I'm quitting hair, man. I'm like,
Exactly. Sign me up.
That's good times.
fucking yucking it up.
I was waiting for the guy after the show we were cleaning up to come go, who did that? You know what I mean?
Who the hell did that?
But no one ever said anything, so I was like, backed up, got out of there. Everybody was probably washing their hands after that show anyway.
Yeah.
So let's just get out of here. So
That's great.
I can't remember the name of the kids. I'm sure I can find it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Could have been any band.
You just couldn't convince the dude working with you to just stand by it, huh? He
He just,
yanked it out. and
Chris,
plugged
he
it
doesn't
in.
care, dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's I know he doesn't give.
Fucking high as a kite. Just
Come on, man. I was all trying to be careful.
Did you do the Perez fucking cackle after that? Or was he like,
No,
sober him
no,
up,
we
let's
just
sober him up?
Let's go. So we just shot back out the side, you know.
Oh, that's great.
But it wouldn't have been the story if it would have done it my way.
Right.
Because it would have been
True.
all smooth and we wouldn't be talking about it.
Right.
Right.
So I'm glad that he did that.
That he had his way with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can do it fast. I mean, I've seen him do it. That's why he did it, because sometimes you can just pull it and the connection, it's so fast that it doesn't make any sound. And you can put it back into another one. You don't have to do any standbys, but not this time.
That time. Let out a shriek that would kill
Love
a
it.
horse.
Love it.
But anyway, so I think you're right. I think we must have backlined the cold. I'm just foggy on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I remember a few times.
I
I
remember
feel
the
like
time.
there were a couple of Sundance things.
I remember the time you're talking about, and Chris and I went out there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, because I think Wally Backman. I can't remember. Anyway.
Cool.
But anyway, Doors of the 21st Century. How did that go? Did anybody see any of that?
No. I've never liked The Doors.
Oh, so you didn't even pay attention to
But
it.
drunk. Right. Sound like The Doors, but drunk.
Yeah,
That's Alice in Chains? No, that's Wild. No.
that's your guy at the
Lost
No,
Boys.
he said Alice in Chains sounded like.
Oh, Alice in Chains sound like the Doors, but drunk.
Yeah.
I could see how somebody could get there, dude.
I don't. Actually, I think the only time he said "but drunk" was when he was talking about Lost Boys.
Okay. And that dude was drunk.
When I was like, "Well, did you see Decline?"
Yeah, he was drunk in the hot tub, right?
Yeah,
He's probably still
Oh,
drunk
that's
doing
right.
the new
That was
album.
dude from Odin, huh?
yeah.
Randy?
Randy.
Randy O.
Oh, done. Oh, done. Remember that Miss Kazari's dancer? Oh, done. She does a hard time.
These
with
guys
that.
are going to be as big as Van Halen. Huge.
Bill Gazzari.
As he's got their girls. They're going to be big.
I'm not like a 60-year-old guy. I'm like 3 20-year-olds.
That's funny because when he was 60 years old, he looked like a fucking.
He looked
corpse.
85.
He looked
Oh,
like
he
a
did.
corpse.
A corpse.
He did. He looked like he was
He
sitting
looked
at
like he was
Sinatra's table.
120.
Yeah.
He made Mick Mars look young.
He did. He did.
And Keith Richards healthy.
Yeah. 60. That was a hard 60, man.
No, that's no. Now that I think back of that, I was like, he's only 60. Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I remember thinking that then. It's like,
He had the mafia
he
suit on and
totally-
everything. Yeah, they're going to be
All
big.
gangster, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was creep factor number 10.
Yeah.
Which, adds to the flair of the movie.
yeah.
Just like No Holmes in the tub with his mom's watching,
that was
I mean, it had many poignant moments.
Yeah.
That film did. But what happens if you don't make it? But I'm
I will.
going to.
Oh, I
Oh,
will.
but I will. Oh, but I will.
Just in case. No, there's no just in,
If you come to our shows and see us, you'd understand.
You know.
That I will. That I am.
They should do a follow up to that. Where are they now?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
no one would answer the call because they didn't make it.
Do you remember the one person with the part black, part white hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dude?
He's in prison. He was a concert promoter. He committed some fraud and went to prison.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's a little update
Bet
for
he
you.
changed his hair and makeup there.
Yeah, things changed.
Hit with the fellas.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a little more funner movie out of that. I thought it would be a little
Yeah.
more celebration, but it wasn't.
Right.
I just watched it actually recently.
Did you?
It's on, I don't know, Netflix or something.
Yeah, it's
or
streaming on something.
Amazon or
Amazon.
something. And it was on. I'm like, oh. In fact, there's, what is it, 3 of them or 2? 3 declined. Yeah, I think all 3 of them are on there.
What was the third one?
The first one was punk.
First one was punk. What was the third?
Second was metal. Third was John LeBlanc.
punk pop. Pop punk.
I was thinking that the third one, they did bring back some of the guys from the second one.
Oh, maybe
It
you're
was like
right,
an interview
dude.
panel or something.
Huh.
But maybe that was something else. We might have to check that. I did like, when they had the judges for the Miss Kazari dancer contest.
Right.
And Nader was one of them. He's
Right.
like, you get a fucking 0. That girl flips him off. He's like, get it away from me. It doesn't belong in rock and roll. I mean, there was some funny shit in it, for sure. Yeah, I can't remember what 3 was, but I was thinking maybe they...
it says
Because I swear they brought back Nader and like
Chronicles the
Rocket?
gutter punk lifestyle of homeless teenagers.
Oh, not even close.
that doesn't sound.
But I know what
uplifting.
I've seen the one you're talking about. I
yeah,
don't know what
Ricky
it is.
Rocket was on there. Nader.
Yeah.
A couple of them. Then they were
on the follow-up.
No,
It wasn't- it wasn't Decline. It was
some
something
other kind of
else.
interview or
But it was funny.
documentary. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I'll look it back up.
No, we were watching
Gotcha.
that one YouTube channel. They called him Nadir.
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 Nadir the priest.
Not here.
Nadir. I'm not here.
I'm not here.
I'm here. I'm not here. The Rock.
So BXI, Holy Barbarians. Let's see, that Cream record, was that any good?
That's by Holy Barbarians, right?
Yeah, you said no, there's no song.
No, dude, I bought the CD and I've listened to it probably
You keep
10
trying,
or 15
keep trying.
Because I keep going back years later. I'm like, maybe I'm ready for it.
Because it
now.
happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You don't hear something sometime, but you revisit and you go, oh, like Sea Hags. Thank you. I know I brought this up like this is
Yeah.
going to be the third time I brought it up.
That's all right.
30 years later, it's like this is a masterpiece in my perception.
Yeah.
I got to go back and revisit that. Yeah. I remember us talking about it in one of the pods before.
Yeah.
I brought up the Sea Hags how I think Wes Arkeen, he'd write songs through. He had a deal with Virgin Records, and I remember one of the songs ended up on the Sea Hags album.
Yeah.
I remember bringing it up, and you're like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, I forgot. I can't even name one of their songs now.
Half the Way Valley. In the Doghouse again.
Oh no, I'm in the doghouse again. Oh man, so good. Well, you guys like that kind of stuff, so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the only reason I make that comparison. You
Right.
know, not listening to it at the time, never listening to it 30 years later. Oh, here it is. It makes sense. So maybe Barbarians will happen.
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
I'll go back at some point and try, but dude, because I feel like I did it even in the past few years. Maybe it was on Spotify. I gave it a shot, but I'm like,
Nope.
still no hooks, man.
Well, somebody's trying to charge $228 for the vinyl.
Well, you know,
Somebody's going to be
luck.
hanging on to that vinyl for a while.
Somebody thinks it's good.
yeah. Somebody thinks they've got a treasure, is what it is.
That's what it
They're
is.
still selling it, right?
Regulars.
Yes.
yeah,
Still
exactly.
for sale.
It's still for sale. But yeah, I think I have those MP3s, but I don't really remember. Like I said, I would have listened to the other later Cold stuff first, probably, but I remember. Hey, man, and not like you didn't want to like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Any good music
Yeah.
will take.
Yeah.
You know, give us something to.
Did you ever hear the song he did on that Tony Iommi solo record?
No.
I think it was called Flame On. Good. He did that song Ghost with Slash on Slash's album. Great. He's done some stuff with Uncle,
Okay.
which
With the
were
K?
great. Yeah, he's. I mean,
Oh, he also did that one with. It wasn't. Who sang that song? Swamp Devil.
Circus of Power.
Circus of Power.
That's
He did a
right.
Song Shine.
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 That's a great tune.
Good song.
So as long as other people are writing the music,
He's got to have someone to write the music. I think. I don't think that's his.
forte.
Yeah.
But he's singing on it, it's cool because it's like, oh, that's Ian, and he can figure that out.
Well, as long as they're writing some cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, because somebody had to have written Cream. That record.
Yeah, wasn't him, huh?
Well, whoever it was, they just didn't have the
They didn't have
skills.
the goods.
Yeah.
Last sold 31st of August 2020
Wow.
for at least $114.
It's just a trophy, right? I mean,
It's a collector's piece. Is
it
what
is. Yeah. Yeah.
I like to buy stuff that's good, though. Well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all that matters.
Yeah. I don't really like to buy things just because it's a lot of money, but it's not good. But I have it in my collection. It's like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah. It's just bragging rights at that point.
Yeah.
Some people like to spend $50 for an album. Some people like to spend $100. I don't know.
Probably. Yeah.
Southern Death Cult. Did you dig that, you
I
guys?
thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't think it.
But it was the same dudes, right? Billy and
I'm trying to remember. Was Billy in it?
I don't think Billy's in
I don't
it.
think he was, but.
Trip. I didn't know that.
Because I think that Southern Death Cult was going on when Theater of Hate, which is what Billy was playing in. I think they played together, and that's how he met Ian.
That sounds right. 'Cause I think I saw something on this recently on YouTube or something.
Yeah. Was it like a Billy Duffy video?
Is
Yeah, I
Called
think
us-
so.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I
so.
don't remember what it was called, but
Theater
yeah.
Hate cool? They sound cool.
I don't know.
Post-punk?
I don't. Maybe.
Is that them? Is it the right one? Yeah, there's his name. Interesting. 81, 82, 85. Oh, maybe they had somebody else. I don't think I've heard them. So,
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I know any of their music
Me either.
or if
I
they
don't
released
either.
anything. So
and they have just a couple of guys that have been with them now for a while, right?
like Tempest has been there as their drummer for a long time.
Tempesta, Chris Weiss, right?
Chris Weiss is not with them anymore.
Oh, he's out.
He's out. They got this dude Grant Fitzgerald, I think is his name, on bass. Who they'd had him. I feel like they'd had him before at some point.
Didn't you say a band Owl?
It's Chris Weiss. Yeah.
Oh, that's his band. Okay, because I saw Owl the band, so I remember.
Well, you know, Chris Weiss is in Hollywood Vampires now.
That's right. That's where I've
He
seen
played
him.
with Ace Frehley for a while.
Yeah,
So
I like Hollywood Vampires, man. I'm a fan.
It's a fun record
I like it. It's basically Cooper, Alice Cooper.
with Joe Perry, right?
Yeah,
Johnny Depp.
yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
no fucking guys.
Yeah.
Old like dirty goth glam 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Can't beat that.
And then he's played with Cantrell, right?
Yeah, because Cantrell had a band in LA for a while called Cardboard Vampires. It was a cover band.
Really?
Just did a bunch of. It was him. I feel like Dave Navarro was in it too. But yeah, Chris Wise,
Wow, never heard of that one.
fucking Tangent City, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Offshoot City.
That's wild. I've never heard.
Yeah, yeah, they weren't like an original music thing. It was just they were doing covers and playing shows. And
I love those early photos of Alice in Chains. You know,
When they
when they
were
were Pantera-esque.
early Pantera-esque, right?
Tease it. Tease it.
Yeah,
Big hair, dude.
Yeah.
Staley. Those are my days right there. I liked other stuff too, but
Yeah.
and I don't really hear them downplaying it. They don't ever go docking on it. No, well, we were just doing whatever Motley Crue was doing.
Like
whatever.
Pantera, they don't. Yeah.
Oh, Pantera too, distancing themselves.
Yeah.
Just own it.
I'm betting Dimebag would have owned it, right?
Yes, see what?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, what's there to be ashamed of, man?
Nothing. That's why I bought all three of those
Yeah.
on vinyl.
Yeah, you can't get them anymore, though, can you?
They reissued them.
Did they finally? Because I heard that they
Except
were
for
not
one.
Gonna,
There's one I don't have. There's four early ones,
Yeah.
and I bought the three. Like 25 a pop, I think, or something.
yeah, I'd like to hear those. I'd like to listen to those.
Yeah, like and Selma, man, that perfect tease, looking like Franck, dude, back in the day. Dope.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You can't escape, bud. Just open it up, man. Let it in. Right?
Yep. Embrace it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
As much as you'd like to sweep it under the rug. No, I'm really tough. I don't know what that is. Okay.
I was a confused kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Cult. Let's see what else. How many records do you have of the Cult?
I've got them all.
Vinyls. You got every vinyl they put out.
Yeah.
Wow. How many are there? Curious.
Well, there's Dreamtime. I've got Love. I've got Electric. I've got. Did I give you an Electric?
You gave me an
Because I got
electric,
that Electric piece. which is
and
both
you gave me a
records.
Sonic Temple too.
Yeah, when they did the 30th. Yeah, so I've got the Sonic Temple box. Wait, I don't have Ceremony. That one's been a tough one to find.
Yeah, because that was right. They weren't really doing.
Oh, I don't have them all. I don't have the self-titled either. That's another expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said I don't have Beyond Good and Evil. I mean, I have them all on CD.
Well, there's
They
a
got
lot
at
of
least
them.
a dozen more.
There's a lot of
yeah,
them.
yeah. So
You got a good amount of them.
yeah,
75%, right?
I got the ones I could find for a good price. How about that?
Yeah. When it comes time to pony up,
I've
it
got
wasn't
the
that
I've
good.
got the greatest hits.
I do that to myself, depending on the price point. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, wasn't that good.
Well, I mean,
Tell
yeah.
yourself.
I mean,
The needle goes down.
when you can listen to it on Spotify or you've got the CD boxed up in your garage, yeah, I'm not going to spend $130 for
pony
the
out.
record.
Yeah.
To drop the
know.
needle.
Yeah. Especially not knowing what
Perez.
you're Yeah.
Perez.
Near mint shows up barely playable.
Stains and cat hair all over
That
it,
was
dude.
worth $300 I ever spent.
Grooves are all worn down.
It's all warped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needles jumping.
You can smell the last dude's weed on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you,
Why does my house smell funny?
yeah. That's a damn record. Damn ceremony record. Some kind of patchouli spilled all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one in Australia for 65 shipped.
Which one?
Ceremony.
That's not bad.
It's not horrible.
I mean, I'm not ready to,
Pony up. I don't blame you, man.
but there's got to be a reissue at some point.
Yeah. Especially for these
Same
guys.
with the self-titled. I'd rather, 'cause if I had to pick between the two, I'd go with the self-titled over ceremony.
Didn't you think that was interesting? The Scold stuff. I found that this morning.
Yeah.
Would really put into perspective that it wasn't just about, hey, can I come in and buy the Shotgun Messiah titles?
Yes.
Is if they were going to do a deal, they'd want you to take a lot of other shit too. Just you have to buy a chunk of their catalog. Just stuff, one-hit wonders and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like, hey, I'm not fucking doing that.
Right.
I just want the Shotgun Messiah. I don't want all this other stuff.
Right.
So,
Shitty industry.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And they're young when they sign the deals, and they have the lawyers and the money. They don't offer you something to negotiate a
Right,
good
yeah.
deal to get your masters later.
Right.
Yeah.
We're offering you
point.
the dream.
This is
It's the dream, kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
because we were talking about how would it be to reissue some of these records that never had a vinyl issue, And then it was like,
did you ever hear the story about the Black Crowes where they signed their deal? And by the time they hired a manager, which was after they'd already recorded the record and whatnot, the manager wanted to see their contract, and he's like, "That's the worst contract I've ever seen, you guys."
Honest dude,
Yeah,
good guy to have.
Yeah,
in
and
your account.
he's like, yeah. I'm trying to remember the details of it, but he said, I think they had a deal because it was American Recordings, right? They were on.
Sounds right.
And they had American had an option to renew within a certain date, and if they didn't, the Black Crowes were free agents. Well, someone at American fucked up and didn't renew. So and this is after that Shake Your Money Maker had blown up, and they hadn't made a penny from it.
Oh my word!
Tell me
So
this.
the manager came back to American and said, well, first he called some other people. He knew some people at Geffen and some people. Would you take the Black Crowes right now? And everyone's like, absolutely.
Yeah,
So he went
yeah.
back to American Recordings, Rick Rubin, and he said, so you guys missed your renew option. So if you want to keep the Black Crowes,
Pony up.
you're going to pony up everything retroactively.
You're gonna give us some masters and everything previous because they had albums before that, right?
I don't know if it was no, that was their first record.
That was their first record.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if they got their masters, but they had to retroactively pay him everything that they.
Oh, well, that's a good story.
It was a good one.
Finally.
So yeah, the record company screwed us and said they screwed up for once.
Yeah,
After
their attorneys fucked up.
good.
So that was kind of refreshing.
Yeah. Because you always hear the opposite.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great, man. That's awesome. Never heard that.
you should read that book the drummer put out. It is such a good read.
What's it
Really?
called?
Something, The Life and Death of the Black Crowes.
Okay.
Steve Gorman.
Because the brothers are not liking each other.
Yeah, that breakup was tough.
They were always fighting.
Yeah,
I mean, literally punching each other out and shit.
No
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Hard to handle. The life and death.
Life and Death of the
Is that
Black
what it
Crowes.
is?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Yeah.
It's a good read, huh?
Excellent, easy read. I just burned through it.
I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that for sure. I love the Black Crowes. Good
Yeah, but
band.
that's why we know that. Just yeah.
Did you ever hear the Magpie Salute? That was Rich Robinson's new band after they broke up.
No,
They had some good.
I
They had some good
hearing
stuff.
about it, but I didn't.
They got this singer, this guy. I don't remember where he came from, but he's like half black. Dude could fucking.
Well,
That's the brother.
Yeah, Rich.
The singer's Chris, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw those guys live in Grand Rapids. So
Black Crowes. So yeah, I wonder what's going on. It's that kind of stuff interests me, man. Knowing how guys are able to get their stuff back, because it's so
Yeah.
important, because you're in control at that point.
Yeah.
Once you get in control of your masters, and you can do whatever you want. And if you wait long enough, and they were on 2-inch tape, that stuff's just gonna fall
Degrade,
apart,
right? Yeah.
and then it's gone. If somebody doesn't go down, with those record companies don't care. They're not going to go down and digitize that stuff, especially if they can't monetize it for how many years, you know.
Good point.
So,
Yeah.
but I guess as long as you got a digital CD, CDs are out there.
Yeah.
So, but the Cold, I'm wondering, because they wrote Beggar's Banquet, right, for quite a while,
Yes.
but not everything.
Probably through Ceremony.
Shit, man. So Dreamtime, Love, Electric, Sonic, Ceremony, self-titled,
Okay.
and Atlantic was
For
Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
And then over to Roadrunner for Born Into This.
Mm-hmm.
Mystic Production, Choice of Weapon.
I think Choice of Weapon, did that come out on Cooking Vinyl?
Yeah, as well.
In
Do I get
addition
extra
to.
points for that?
Yep.
Of course you do. Of course
As
you do.
well as in addition
Get
to.
out of here.
Yeah, man. Oh, and Hidden City, 2016. That's,
Oh, it's Hidden City. That's what it was called, not Hinterland. Hinterland was one of the songs. Yeah.
and that's Cooking Vinyl.
Okay. Okay. Not a good record. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, he used to write great stuff, man. Love is just one of those, huh?
Man, yeah.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did write a lot. I mean, a lot of good stuff.
Yep.
Maybe they could just get Miley Cyrus's people in there and start putting together some hits.
Put the team together.
Yeah. Or
Songwriting
Aerosmith's The Permanent Vacation Squad.
Yeah. I was listening to a little old Aerosmith this morning. I was like, man, that's good.
Which one?
Some Draw the Line. Some of the stuff.
Yeah. Rocks. Toys.
Yeah.
Get Your Wings.
I found that copy of Get Your Wings. Whew, thing looks old. Sounds good, though.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah,
that's all that
sounds
matters.
great, man.
That's when the old vinyls are cool. When it's,
Yeah,
When it's
yeah.
popping and noisy. Yeah.
Well, and I paid like $9 for it. Like, okay.
Lord of the Thighs.
Yeah.
Woman of the World.
Dan just did his 70s show this past week, so I did. I always do my request. It's got to be a 70s song, so I did Kings and Queens. Now this week he's doing the 80s. I think he's going to have me on the show
Oh, cool.
to talk 80s shit with him. So
Cool, huh?
yeah, a couple of years ago he did this. It's a fundraiser thing. He has a show on Radio Boise, and he's like, "Give me something obscure." And so I said, "Smashed Gladys." Right, so we were driving back from seeing Failure in Salt Lake. So we're listening. He's like, I don't think I can put any of these songs on my show. Finally, we found one. Turns out the guy who he did the show with, another DJ at the Radio Boise, was friends with the woman who's married to one of the guitarists from Smashed Glass.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So he called that girl, said, "Give me your husband's number. I need to call." Anyway, yeah. So I was like,
Wow.
That's killer.
That is bizarre.
small world.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding, man.
Well,
The Cult.
You want to call it?
I think that's as far as we're getting today.
Yeah, it feels like we're steaming out, huh?
Do not like, do not subscribe. Leave us shitty comments. Whatever.
Don't smash the like.
Do not smash the like.